Good evening. How are y'all? Yes, I got glammed up for you today. So, we are going to be discussing when plans do not go accordingly. So, gather in, hit the like button, and we're going to cover this topic. Hey, y'all. Y'all hit the like button as y'all get in. Okay. When plans do not go accordingly, this could be anything. This could be in relationships, friendships, careers, jobs, whatever. Make the best out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Create what you want versus being upset that the plans got spoiled or it didn't go accordingly, or even if you didn't even really want to go with these plans, that you find a way to make them work in your favor. Okay. So I always say, if plans don't go how, they were jotted out, as long as everyone involved is still happy, getting what they want, and also, you know, having whatever experience they wanted to have when they made the plans. So, yeah, thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, if you like making plans and you get discouraged when they don't go as exactly as you want it, try to find the good things and try to find the things that you enjoy the most and kind of just focus on that, because a lot of times plans never go as perfect as people want them to. They just go and they turn out to be whatever they turn out to be. A lot of people make plans and end up doing something totally different that is even better, I would say. So a lot of times people will make plans and steer away from them, but always find a way to live their best life. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I've learned this, and it's fun when you don't care about the plans anymore and you just continue to just make sure that whatever it is, it's, beneficial and fun. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I was watching some older videos that I did. They're not, a lot of them are not still in rotation because I made them private, but I was watching some of the older videos, some of them, and I never really go back and listen. And then when I do, it's like very profound information sometimes, even if it's, with not the intent to have profound information, or I wasn't focused on the profound information back then. It's more profound today than it was then. And it was almost like telling telling yourself something or being told something when you really needed to hear it. So that's why I leave a lot of my older videos up, and sometimes I make some of them private because I think that information and some of that stuff is just for me. And so, if you were looking for some of the older videos, they may not be up there anymore, but majority of them are. So always go back and listen to the older stuff too, as well as the new stuff I'm putting out, because y'all gonna like that too. Okay. So, and when I say sometimes plans don't always go accordingly, that doesn't mean that you made a mistake. It doesn't mean that you went off track. It just means you decided to do something a little bit different, or you decided to have a different perspective, or you decided to have a different type of empathy or a different type of dealing with the situation. So it's okay. And I don't like how people always kind of get upset with themselves because of a past decision or choice. It's always going to be fine. It's always going to work itself out. So don't be upset for anything. Just create a way to make it work in your favor. That's all people are really supposed to do anyway. So, Uh, if y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all see I was out and about yesterday trying to have a social life, but it's been so long, I don't know. Um, it's just not. It's just a little bit mm, not as exciting as it used to be when I was younger, but it's still fun, and so I'm gonna try to be getting out a little bit more in the future. Thank you. You like my makeup today? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate it. I used Level Up Cosmetics, my own makeup line, y'all. Y'all should go get some. The levelupcosmetics.us. Yes. Uh-huh. So, I know a lot of people love to comment and give their opinions and things like that. And I appreciate all of the compliments and things that you say or don't say or keep to yourself. I appreciate that. You say you're supposed to go to the grocery store. Uh, all right. You're the only one who feels creeped out when a guy likes and comments on a lot of my tweets or Twitter. Um, I don't know. Like, if it's the same person, if they're giving you money, then I don't see a problem with it. But if they ain't giving you no money, it's a problem. Or if you don't know that person, if you've never met that person, it could be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Just put your cash app every time he tweets. Just reply with your cash app. Tweet, tweet. Anyway, y'all know me. I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to fix this so it's not having that little space right there. Your bobby pin or something. All right. So yeah, if they're commenting a lot, make sure they commenting on that cash app too, baby. Shrink, shrinker. Um, because otherwise you're just getting dusty comments over there. Hmm. He said he hardly knows you, yet he says that I was his type. Well, tell him your type. Money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. You're, I'm serious. Thank you. Breast, breast. Best places to freestyle in Houston? I don't know. I haven't gone out in so long. I barely get out, y'all. Like, unless I'm shopping or going on a vacation or something like that, I don't really go out to places, so I couldn't tell you. You said ignore men who want to converse without paying you. Now you see what we have to deal with. So dull. Yeah. Um. Honestly, I feel like unless there's somebody very interesting, then it's not really worth it if you're not going to find someone who has interesting conversation or somebody can make you laugh or anything like that. So I don't know. Like I just like to laugh and make interesting conversation, but if that's not what is out there, then a lot of people are just going to be disappointed anyway. You hate small talk? I know. It's silly. If you can't make me laugh, and I don't feel like I'm glad I put on all this makeup and got dressed up for you, I'm gonna be mad. Okay. Also need to be in a nice place. So if the conversation is pretty boring, then you're only there for one reason anyway. It's like, okay, I guess you the money dude. 'Cause you boring. Right? This is really bugging me. I need a brush. It's like you're the money dude, so you can be boring. It's okay. Um, just that's how I have to sum it up. How can you improve your social skills? You are an introvert. Drink. I don't know. That's how I improve mine. Help you all of a sudden, either I get really opinionated or funny or too nice. Either, I don't know, depending on what type of alcohol it is. Okay, I found a brush. So, like, honestly, that's how I do it. Like, I guess the more you go out, the easier it is to be less introverted. But I think almost like, then it just makes you like everyone else. There you go. I think when you go out, you might have a perfect plan to do this and do that, and then all of a sudden it's not going as planned. So it's not going to be how you imagined it, but you make the best out of the situation. hmm You said men like introverted women. Oh, really? You don't want to be like a guy more than he like. You don't want to like a guy more than he likes you either. You want a guy just as much as he likes me. hmm So you know a rich man and you follow each other on the IG. He posted content. Should I give it a like or post mail? I don't know. It just depends. If you like what he posted, if you don't, then don't like it. Don't like honestly. If you unless you like it, don't like it for real. Just to like it. I mean, that's to me that's not being authentic. I don't know. If you want to just like it to show that you liked one of his pictures, then go find one that you like in the whole, thingy. I guess the whole group of pictures that they posted. Go find something, even if it's old. Then you might look like a stalker, but at the same time, um, at least you really like what you liked. It kind of lets them know how you're thinking as well. Okay. Do I think college is necessary for us women? It depends on what you want to do when you get older, um, and how much money you want to make, and how um, you want to make your money. Do you want a boss? Do you want to open your own business? Do you want to be an entrepreneur? It just depends on all that. And you can still go to college and not even use your degree and do something totally different either way. So it really doesn't matter. It's what you want to do. I could care less as long as you're happy doing whatever it is that you want to do, because it could change in the future. Hold on, adjust my foot. So do it if you want, but remember it could always change. And that's the beauty of things. Just because you plan a career, go to college, and things like that doesn't mean that's what you're going to end up doing for the rest of your life anyway. Because if that were true, I'd be a mortician or a chef. But I'm here with you guys on YouTube. Okay. You said when you set up a date for a sugar daddy for the first time, should you suggest a place or wait on him to pick the place? And I don't know. Um, Honestly, the kind of person I am, I would probably, I don't know. I guess I would have to just use my experience and say, well, it also depending on the type of person. Sometimes when somebody needs you to suggest a place, and sometimes you know when they don't need you to suggest a place. It's you should have to read them. So it's like, maybe somebody older and more experienced, they probably know exactly where they want to take you and da da da. But maybe someone younger or, close to your own age, they may be just as clueless as you and want you to, choose whatever place it is. Okay. What is my sign? Dollar sign, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Dark side. Okay. And here's my Cash App for those who were curious. All right. How to stay positive when things are not going on track. I never think of things not on track because everything to me is always as it should be and always on track. I think more people probably get confused with timing. Like plans may not always be in the order that you wanted them in, but eventually they will probably get done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the order is not going to be um, in the order you may like it, but eventually a lot of that stuff is going to come into fruition because um, I will make plans. Like a lot of the products and ideas and things that you see were plans made years ago that I was supposed to do years ago and never did until recently. And I would go into my planner and look and find an old idea that was supposed to get done. And I'll just say, hey, I can do this now. You know, it may have been planned for 2020, but instead it got done in 2022. So for me, it's always going to come into fruition. I'm always on the correct track. Timing is everything. And once I think a lot of people figure that out, everything will be fine. And you know, sometimes it's kind of like one of those movies where, you know, a lot of times people will have a good idea or meet a certain type of person, but the timing will be all messed up, wrong, or whatever. But eventually everything works itself out. Everything. And sometimes we don't know what the results are going to be, but we know they're going to be fine. So we don't worry about it. The results are always going to be exactly what you probably wanted. Just maybe not at the time that you wanted it or not in the you know, the way that you felt like it would have been written down on paper. Mhm. Mhm. Right? How to stop feeling insecure about your weight or comments about your weight. Stop caring about your weight. Like honestly, if you as many people as many times as I've been on YouTube and people call me fat and stuff like that, and so your mama fat, your sister's fat, somebody in your family fat that you still love, person you probably pay your car note to is fat. I don't know what to tell. I mean, to me, I think a lot of people just feel as if it's supposed to make you feel more insecure. But to me, it just them pointing out the obvious. Like, okay, and I must not have a problem with it, so I'm sorry that you do. That's how it feels. Like it wouldn't bother me to the point where I would really sit there and be mad about it. And if I ever got to a point where it bothered me, then I would just lose weight. You said fat mean you eat good. How you doing? Sprinkle sprinkle. Okay. But like I said, when you're tired or when you want to look a certain way, that's also very easy to do as well. Just eat less. Okay. How does someone become unbothered as you? I feel like there's a knowing within, and maybe someone who probably told you, you know, um, maybe in the past, or just a feeling that you have. It's a validating feeling that you have about yourself, and maybe others have given you validation in your past that stays with you. And so, a lot of times, what other people say to you or try to throw at you doesn't bother you because you already know who you are and what you want, and how you see yourself. Other people's perspective of you is their perspective of you, but not your perspective of yourself. So it's not your problem. That's how I see it. Okay. You think you shouldn't make plans in life? Well, the plan you can make all the plans you like, goals, manifestations, whatever you call them. They're eventually going to get done if you want them to get done. They might not get done in the right order or the order you put them in, but they gonna get done. Okay, eventually. Most men are dating for marriage, not sugar daddies. How to spot husband material? I don't know how to spot who. I mean, I feel like if they can do what a husband can do, the basics, that's all you really need to look for. They will spot the wife. You know what I'm saying? So if they can do the basic needs of a husband, then it's kind of really up to us as women to say, okay, well, you can handle the basics. Now, what are you looking for in a wife? Because I'm not getting ready to change, and if I'm not that, then we ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't ask what you're looking for to become that. You see if that's what you already are. And if you are, then y'all will probably continue, to date and have a good time and stuff like that without there being any issues. And it will probably eventually lead to marriage. But if they rattle off a bunch of stuff that you're not, then you're going to have a hard time trying to be that, trying to maintain that, and trying to, be what they are looking for in a wife so that you can get the basic needs of what you said a husband was. If y'all have a lot in common, if y'all um, don't have to change much about yourselves in order to be with each other, that's the easiest way to find a match. Uh-oh, Star Ruby Sprinkle Sprinkle. You said, welcome to Level Up 3. Oh, you joined as a member? Oh, appreciate you. Appreciate you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, how to not feel selfish while manifesting success. Well, see how selfish you feel when you're manifesting failure. And you probably will be like, what am I doing? And then you'll go right back to feeling good about manifesting your success. Like the other way doesn't make any sense. So, um, if you're selfish, who are you feeling selfish or like? Who is there around you that makes you feel selfish about wanting something for yourself? That's weird. How do you deal with doubting that he's cheating? Strong gut feeling. Um, why are you there? That's the point. Did y'all get together and say you couldn't cheat? They couldn't cheat. Um, is it a deal breaker if you catch him? Are you gonna pack your bags if you find out he cheated? Are you gonna go back? Here's the thing: if you're in it for fidelity, then and you know he's cheating, then leave. If you're in it for other reasons, then you're probably not gonna leave and you're gonna put up with it. So honestly, that's up to you as an individual why you're with that person. Because a lot of people, that's not a deal breaker. Hmm. How do you level up in pick me challenging culture? Don't be a part of the pick me challenging culture. Uh, like culture is how you live and what you believe in and how you raise your children and the ideas that you have and the activities that you partake in and how you celebrate life and things like that. Don't celebrate pick me life. Celebrate life as if you're living it on purpose and you're creating the life that you want. And you know, do the things that make you happy. Find the things that make you happy. Mhm. And don't get mad if, the things that you like are the things that make you happy. If people don't understand them or, just it doesn't matter as long as you understand it and because it's for you, not them. Hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Blah, 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 blah. I never heard that before, but I'm one of them. Who's feeling y'all people should feel guilty. Um, I mean, it's a choice. There's a choice to feel guilty. If someone feels guilty for how they treated another person, then just don't treat them like that anymore. That's very easy. If you feel guilty about doing something for yourself and getting your money or whatever like that, then maybe give money to someone else and maybe you won't feel guilty. I don't know. But at the same time, whatever is making you feel guilty, just be okay with it. And if no one is making you feel guilty about yourself but yourself, then let it go. Okay. Just let it go. Well, that's cool. That's because of the glare in the window. It'll go away in a little while. It's always doing that. It's just the angle of the sun. Okay. Thank you. Mhm. New job, you have cute coworker. How to get him to ask for your number? He looks shy. Ooh. Um, y'all know how I feel about that. He'll ask for your number if he wants it. I don't believe in pushing people to do something. Like, you gotta want me bad enough to work up that courage to ask me. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I mean, there's not gonna be much effort into that relationship. Do not date when you work. Exactly. There are too many Dusties in college. Even when you went to community college, you wasn't approached. Frat boys are big no no for me. Yeah, like I don't think I ever dated a college person. Maybe very briefly, but I was probably also dating another person at the same time. I don't take college people seriously. Um unless they, going back to school for something already successful or got their own business, making their own money. I can't. Life doesn't allow some people to date you know students. It's like, what are you going to teach me? Yeah, I like the things like a lot of women like in men is intelligence, sense of humor, and of course some money. But if I gotta teach you everything, if you can't teach me something, if you don't have a sense of, if you can't make me laugh, if I gotta make myself laugh, then we got a problem. So like young people, young college boys could never do that. So it's like, no, we're not gonna be doing any of the sort. Hmm. You know, a lot of people don't like what I'm doing, and they don't like the information that I give or how I am shifting the values or the way that people conduct themselves in relationships. But I think there was a very bad balance prior to quote unquote level up culture and get your money ladies culture. It was a very bad imbalance. And so I think once something goes all the way this way and from all the way that way, from being all leveled up and getting your money, from being the super pick Misha, like the middle ground is knowing your value, knowing your worth, and only dealing with people that know your value and know your worth. You don't always have to go around screaming it out. It should be obvious. And because what I call the pendulum swings all the way this way and then all the way back, and eventually it will level out in a balanced way, I feel that more women know their value now than they did before, thanks to an extreme push um, in one direction of, the whole level up culture. And now women can make the decisions for themselves and their own thinking in their own mind as to what they want. Okay, you might not get a billionaire or a millionaire, but you get somebody that can pay all them bills and make sure you're happy and y'all have stuff in common and y'all can laugh and have fun together. But but back here, you don't want to be paying some dusty's bills and not being able to have fun and do your own goals in life. Oh, thank you, Karen. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then on this side, you don't be stuck with some old dude that can't, but that's rolling around in a wheelchair, but he putting that direct deposit on. There's a way to have the middle ground if that's what you want. But it took that to know. It took being the super gold digger in order to know your value and your worth, so that you're not over here paying some dude's bills and letting him be a bum all day while you go out and earn the money for the family while he got pick me on his couch while you at work. So there's a big balance that is balancing out right now, which is good, because you don't want to be extreme, but it took women to get to the extreme in order to kind of fizzle down into what they deserve, what they really want, and what their self-value is, and to see their self-value. Just like you plan, like a lot of people, oh, I'm going to marry this billionaire, and and they're going to be like this rich person, and I'm going to have this nice car, and well, you may not reach all of that, but you still may be reaching further than you would have reached if you were still dating a dusty. You know what I'm saying? You would at least be like, well, at least he got to have a decent career and be able to, have good enough credit to get a house for us. And, when I'm 9 months pregnant, I'm not, having to work and do this and that. At least you could have that versus, taking care of a man. At least you'll have the option of them taking care of you. You need that option. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, love disciple. Okay, that the blue line is going away, but you'll have the option now, which is good. You said aim for the stars, land on the moon. Exactly. How can they be mad at? They can't really be mad at me, because a lot of times the only reason a lot of people did not like what I taught is because they were getting the bad end of the deal, because they weren't appreciating who they were with, or they weren't valuing themselves on the level that they should have valued themselves at. Uh-oh, Takesha Sprinkle Sprinkle, appreciate you. You're a lovely soul. Oh, appreciate that. Thank you for the 100. That was very generous of you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. So, a lot of women, some women were mad at me. A lot of men were mad at me, but believe me, it's all going to work itself out. You're not going to be a dusty anymore, because you're going to level up as a dude and get your priorities together and value the woman who decides to be with you. And women are going to start valuing themselves and not, feeling like they are supposed to be taking care of a grown man and just to have a relationship. They're going to have options, and they're going to know their value, and they're going to act accordingly. And, they're going to have a more balanced relationship mentally, spiritually, and physically, because they're not taking the bad end of the deal, which they were for so long. And that's why a lot of the, people are messed up, because they kept taking the bad end of the deals. Okay. They should make a rehab for Dusty's raised. Oh my goodness. So yes, just because plans don't go accordingly, just because you didn't become the greatest gold digger there ever was, did you still get the type of person you want? Did you still get the lifestyle that you wanted? Did you still meet the type of people that you wanted to meet? Did they value you? Do you value them? Do you have good relationships? Like, what did you get out of um, not settling for less? You still got something. You got more than you would have. So people are going to have to come to that understanding and be okay. Plans might not have worked out for you to do this, but look where you are versus where you would have been. hmm And I think a lot of men who also woke up, who did not really appreciate the extreme, get his money, da 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 da, da, gold digging type. It still woke them up to how women are taking themselves more seriously and knowing their value, which also got men to start thinking, okay, well, if I'm going to date someone or if I'm going to be with someone, then I guess I need to pay closer attention to how they value themselves so that I can see if they are worth it, you know. And a lot of men will definitely say they were more than worth it. They just were never aware because they were too busy um not getting not getting what they were used to getting, which is pygmy. You said how long to wait for the ring. Sometimes people be throwing rings at you, but when to accept the ring is the question. You wait for the ring when you are ready. If they're not giving you a ring, don't rush a ring. If you are just wanting a piece of jewelry, then you can get a ring pretty much anywhere. It don't mean you want to marry that person. But if you want to marry someone and you want a ring, then tell them, I want the ring. And if they want you, they'll say okay. You said you haven't had a serious relationship ever. Well, I don't know how old you are, but you still got time. All right. Just people pretending to love me, waiting for marriage. Exactly. And people will throw the love word around, and sometimes people will say I love you in a way that you don't even catch it until you're like, huh? Or they'll make it seem like, they don't love you, but then they really still do. And it's weird because you don't know whether to take them seriously or not. And like men have learned to not throw that word around so much because they don't either they're afraid of rejection or they don't want the woman to take them too seriously too fast. So just be aware of that, ladies. hmm You said you get repulsed when people tell you they love me without giving me money. Well, I don't know. I understand that feeling definitely. hmm You only take a man seriously who talks about love when they can back it up with money. Okay. What do you think about permanent engagement? Marriage is too suffocating. Um, I guess it depends on why you feel marriage is suffocating, and also like, is there a fear? Like, I would explore more if there's a fear of being committed, or if there's a fear of losing something because of like legal issues. Exactly why is like, what's the fear? Or maybe there was no fear and then you realized that it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. That's interesting. But at the same time, you're free still in your mind. Like, ask any man. Marriage never stopped nothing. People gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? and I'll say this because I've said this so many times. Marriage is a contract, and it's more about the money thing. If you are married, it is to protect or to create more wealth. This is why a lot of people who are married, you know, they're worth like people are worth more if they're married. You get more credit, you get more tax breaks, and all this kind of stuff. So you get more as a married couple, but that doesn't mean that your morals or your own specific rules or how you conduct yourself has to be how people said marriage should be, because people make their own rules in marriage. So it just depends on if you guys are able to make y'all own rules or if you're going by the quote unquote societal cultural rules of whatever marriage means to you. So you happily get married if he can provide your dream life, otherwise it's not. So you was told you should get married or get a boyfriend instead of going rich by myself, and that's the best advice I've received. Well, you can do both. I mean, like if he's rich, you rich, baby. And that's one thing. Like, let's just say you get married to somebody, right? They have money. Now you have money. What are you gonna do with that money? Are you gonna make yourself more money from that money? Um, this is like I don't know why people don't see this, but just because somebody gives you money doesn't mean you can't multiply it and put it in your bank account. There's nothing stopping you from taking his money and flipping it 18, 30, 40 times and growing it and putting it in your account. Ain't nothing stopping you except for you. I believe that, of course, if you're busy being a mom and all that kind of stuff, when the kids get a little bit older and you have more time on your hands and you could start a business, write a book, do whatever you got to do, whatever service, then you should do that, not because you want to contribute to the household or you think you should be working. It's because you can and you have the means to do it. So why not? Why wouldn't you get that money and triple and double it and put it in your account? I mean, that's what it's there for. Your husband and I moved to. Okay. Well, sprinkle, sprinkle. Good for you. Have y'all have a fun life? I don't know. You said, why couldn't you find 10 years ago? 5 years ago? I don't know. At least you have me down. At least we have each other here, and you can learn. Okay. Your husband and you are both in your late 20s. I want us to have more house, better cars. However, he doesn't have much motivation beyond just paying bills. He's 20, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know what to tell you. I wouldn't expect that out of a 20-something-year-old. I'm expecting. I'm expecting that. Like, men usually are more responsible and getting more money as they get older. You know. So y'all are both young. Y'all, this is unless y'all were born into money or he has some type of way to get rich quick. Y'all are gonna be like that for a little while. That's why a lot of women and a lot of men who marry very young, either they have to go without or somebody got to go find some money somewhere, whether it be a sugar daddy, two jobs. I don't know. You know, I couldn't tell you. I mean, if how bad do you want that money? He can go find another job. I don't know. Okay. How do you get him to pay for surgery or double the price? I don't know. If the surgery is not covered by insurance, Do you need it that bad? Is it cosmetic surgery? I don't know. Like honestly, I've never had that issue where I wanted you to pay for my surgery. Um, if it's not like emergency situation, I'm just not. I'm the wrong person to ask. If nothing is threatening to my life, I ain't going under the knife. Does that rhyme? Yes. If it's not a threat, I'm good. Yeah, I can suck it in and figure it out later. I don't know. I didn't grow up in the Instagram culture where everybody is expected to have a perfect body. I grew up where, I grew up learning that um, most men will accept you as you are anyway, no matter what they told you on Instagram. Okay, there. Unless you need some facial reconstruction surgery because you had an accident, insurance should cover some of that. But I didn't grow up in the culture where they say you have to look a certain way. That's not my belief in, you know, so I if I would use that money to start a business and get paid, I wouldn't worry about no surgery. I go on vacation. I don't know. That's just me. Okay. You said was my mom a genius too? Well, she knew how to get what she wanted, I guess. Oh, so you're getting weight loss surgery. Okay. You said we grew up in the Aaliyah era where natural was in. Yeah, we didn't like it was very unheard of. Like I guess growing up in different eras gives you different mindsets and levels of confidence. So, for example, when I was in high school, junior high, and a young adult in my 20s, what I have on right now, lashes, this hair, all this makeup, was if I was going to a special event or a pageant. You know what I'm saying? I would have to be on somebody's stage with some type of sash to even get this extreme. Okay. Now this is the norm almost. So when you could imagine how I would feel about having to surgically change something about me when there's nothing wrong. Um, I don't feel like it's necessary unless you wake up every day and don't like yourself because you feel like you need to look a certain way. If it's bothering you mentally on a daily basis and you're not even looking at other women who have whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, if you stop looking at other people and comparing yourself to them, you may not feel like you need that anymore. And that's how I feel about it because we didn't grow up looking at that every day. And that's why most people didn't run to get surgery like it was, a coffee. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I just feel like if you want somebody to pay for your surgery, then you know, just like they'll buy you a car, it's the same concept. Okay, and I think I've talked about that in the past. They don't get done till you get your surgery. I don't know. You'll have to find a real desperate person who will wait for you to recover and everything. Okay. You would like to be a stripper, but I would get more unwanted attention, does he? Um, I don't know how I feel about want like that's your career choice unless that's what you want. Like back in my day, women only stripped because they didn't have a choice or they didn't like working fast food and they looked good or they were trying to pay their way through college. Back in those days, it wasn't as glamorized as it is now. So if you're doing it for the glamour and things like that, then I would make it into an art form. Maybe you could figure out how to make it more artsy or start a pasty business and sell to all the strippers and get paid even more. I don't know. That would be my thing. Like, instead of being a stripper, I'd make some bedazzled pasties and sell it to all the strippers and get my money. Okay, like think bigger, think more, get your money. Like strip for 2 weeks, get that money, and go start you a pasties business online. Sell to every stripper. There you go. Stripper outfits. There you go. You said, would you date an assistant manager at Burger King? How old was I? Like, how old would I be? Because I don't think you mean this at this age. Uh, How can you fasten your level up? You're halfway through. I feel like self-esteem will help you go even faster. So do things that make you feel good about yourself, and the better you feel about yourself, the more you'll want to level up and take those steps to do a little bit more than you have been doing, and that will make it faster. Hmm. You said your family is calling you evil like psychos. Um, are they calling you broke though? That's my question. No, they're not. Okay, then would you? Which one would you rather be called? That's my question. If I had to choose what I wanted to be called, broke or evil, I'm choosing evil. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you're not evil. They're just trying to manipulate me. Then don't take it seriously. It's like, "Shoot, that's a guy. That's a good stage name." Stop telling our business with. Oh, I'll tell people business. Oh my goodness. You live alone and love spending time alone, leveling up. Your friend always tells me she feels sorry for me. Although I enjoy my own company, I don't like feeling sorry for her feeling sorry for me. What can I do? Tell her you got a friend. I have friends. You just can't see them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. No, don't tell her that. Just say, oh, don't worry. I love being exactly how I am. Don't feel bad for me. If you feel bad for me, here go my cash app. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I like friends on dollar bills. Okay. They have what's this one? Ben, Washington, um, Jackson. I'll bring them all. Those my friends. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You live with your husband, but love spending time alone in your best company. Exactly. If you live with somebody that long, you're gonna need alone time if you're married. Hmm. So, like a lot of times people get married and their marriages don't go as planned, but you still find a way to keep the peace, make it work, or at least have the type of lifestyle that you wanted due to the marriage. You still find a way to create in this world that you have created by the choices that you've made, and you still find a way to have fun and do the things that you really like to do. Don't allow people's version of what they think a marriage should be to interpret what your version of a happy life and the type of marriage that you have should be. Make it what you want it. OJ Boopsies in the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How you doing? Shout out to the members. You came to party. You hate other people's germs in your house, so I don't invite people over. Okay. A lot of people are like that. It's like, ooh, you dirty. There is a guy who is in his 70s and has Alzheimer's. Should you go for it or would it be elder abuse? Y'all silly. Well, you're going to have to ask whoever's in charge of his medical making decision. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't have nobody over that, then it's not abuse. He's in his right mind. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. What? You said money tree and money bag. Money, 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 money. And sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, this is bad. This is where you order groceries from Uber Eats. They give you this bougie bag because you're lazy and you don't want to go out. So, they must be bougie. You give them this bougie bag instead of plastic. Thank you. Free advertisement. You said whole energy. Well, you said so foul, whole energy. Well, whole is not a bad term anymore. It's a garden tool. And hoes don't do it for free. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to get more money from a sugar daddy. Ask. Tell them you need more. And you have a lot of temperament and love to talk a lot. You want to be more mysterious and talk less. How can I be more calm and less center of attention and all the time? Um, Maybe you should find someone that likes how talkative you are. Um, or you should save the big conversations and all the intense conversation for people that like to talk. When it comes to being mysterious, that needs to be your focus. Save your conversation for those that want it. Okay. You said play the quiet game. Sure, how do I get rich men to come up to me? They stare a lot, but no approach. Um, you know, Men who have money and men who don't have money, they still have insecurities. So sometimes they fear rejection. Sometimes money can't buy everything, or they don't want you to want them for their money. And they think the money is the problem. And sometimes they don't realize that if they're not what a woman wants anyway, the money is only going to mask that issue. So, um, a lot of them just have insecurities that money can't fix. And they don't want to feel rejection, or they don't want to approach women just because they're pretty and they can pay their bills. So I feel like a lot of men won't approach a woman unless they feel like they can um, at least have that woman like them if they didn't have money. It's weird. But it's a good thing because usually it's kind of accurate. And like when a man doesn't approach you because that type of woman would have rejected him when he was broke, or if he was broke, the only reason she's giving him the time of day is because he has money. And depending on what type of relationship he wants, also may depend on why he is not approaching. Okay. You only found me last week and the mindset has already leveled up. Thank you. You've been watching your old and new videos, and lovely to see how your confidence has grown. Oh, sparkle, sparkle. Thank you. So, Rosalind, Rosian, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you for watching me on the older videos and these. Um, you was awkward around old guys, but it got better in a couple of months. Okay. No, you didn't look it up. Every man seeks sex, silence, submissive, not stressful, challenging in relationships. Yeah, but then they get bored and go find somebody that can challenge them. So either way, it doesn't matter. Somebody's still gonna be talking trash to them, whether they married to him or cheating on whoever they with another one. Okay, y'all gotta remember that. A man might want you to be submissive and not cause any trouble, but then he'll go cheat on you with a loud, trouble causing, very opinionated woman. So either way, it's like I said, it has to be balanced. You can't have somebody that does shut up and does whatever you say and don't cause you no problems, or you can't have somebody constantly causing you problems. You need a little bit of extra, you know, pushback. You might not agree on everything. You're not going to agree on everything, but that's the beauty of it. That way, you have something to talk about, something to discuss, some ebb and flow, some pull and push, and then you know some excitement. All right. You said true. You're submissive and very quiet, and your man does not love me. Oh, Lizzie. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, you need to cause some trouble. Throw throw something red in the white laundry. See what happens. I don't know. Just have fun. Do something crazy. Mix it up a little bit. Why are men rude to women they like? Because they trying to get out. They're trying to feel like. To me, I feel like they're just trying to feel like. I think deep down inside, men feel like rudeness turns women on, but they have to quickly switch it up and counteract it with something nice. It's kind of like the ebb and flow thing. So it's like, oh, da 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 da, but da 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 da. They kind of they're rude, and then they quickly fix it or give you a compliment or say something that you like. So it's kind of like you have to keep forgiving them, but they're trying to keep you on your toes and let you know that they're not like all soft or whatever. Hmm. How do you stop being a nice girl who smile and is friendly to people? Do the opposite. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, don't smile and don't be friendly to people. You said turn shirts pink and make things spicy. I, I used to be so sweet. Now you're only sweet with old people. I don't smile and don't make eye contact with no one open. It depends on your motive sometimes, whatever how you want to do that. She had a blueprint and now you're living it. Yeah, sometimes your blueprint or your plans, they might get mixed up and they might be out of order, but eventually you're going to get to do some of those things. And so don't be discouraged. A lot of times we don't know, the timing or the correct order for things. We just know what we want. And that's the key. If you know what you want and you write it down or you plan for it, eventually you're going to get it. You're going to have it. You said you will never be with a stingy man. That is a turn off. Well, I often say if you're going to be stingy, if they're going to be stingy with you, you need to be stingy with them with what they want in abundance. And then things may balance out. Y'all are so silly. Uh-huh. Why do men brag about their stories with other women? Because they don't like you. Or if the woman is someone that they feel like, I could understand if the woman was someone that they were impressed with and things like that. But if you don't know this person, if you ain't never heard of this woman, then they're just trying to be rude and have you live up to those standards that of that other woman, or make them feel like, oh, women want me, so you should too. Um, the best way to deal with that is, um, oh, okay, so that's so sweet. You still think about your ex. You must be very sensitive. I got to be careful with how I treat you. I see your. I got to be very careful how I treat you. Mhm. I better call you when I say I'm gonna call, else you'll be talking about me on your future dates. Play it off. You smile at people even if they don't smile at you. You just laugh in your head. Oh. You said, I really inspire you to embrace your shadow side. Your mom thinks you're crazy, but I'm liking this kind of crazy. Letting go of the niceness and people pleasing. Okay. Well, if you're not getting paid to be nice and to people please, then why are you doing it? Is it for you or is it for them? You know what I'm saying? What are you getting out of it? Are you in a profession where you have to be nice because of your reputation, or are you in a situation where you have to treat everyone a certain way because you don't want it to, affect your money? I would just say learn a way to be nice, nasty, and so it will affect you a lot less. Hmm. When you go out, you get noticed by old men, not younger ones. What does that mean? Am I ugly? Am I confused? That means they ready to take care of you, girl. They ready to throw some money at you, girl. Don't sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all I see. Look, you old and you can pay all these bills. And they probably would. Okay. There'll be less arguing there. Sure. What's a nice, I don't know, child. I don't Y'all ask me weird questions. How to get more show overwhelming appreciation for the what you already receive, make giveaway pleasurable for him. Yeah, whenever someone gives you something, be excited, be happy, but don't overdo it. But make sure you you appreciate it. Uh-huh. Agree, agree. Do y'all like? Okay, you work at an airport and you meet 2 to 3 dudes a week and you exchange numbers. That's it. Okay, well, to each their own. How to get a first investment from a man after how long, how many dates? It's not a number. It's how much do they like you? That's how, like, the more they like you, the faster you can get your money. Do you know what I'm They'll be trying to find ways to give you money the more they like you. If you have to struggle and, figure out how you're going to get this money. They're playing games and they're not there for the same reason you are. So y'all have to quickly figure out why you are in each other's lives. And if they think that you like them and no money, no gifts, none of this is necessary, they're going to keep dating you for, I don't know, not even, considering giving you any money. But if they know the deal, if they know the situation, if they know you're not going to date them unless they can be beneficial to you in some sort of way, then they'll quickly get on, get the hang of it and start offering you help, money, you know, envelopes with money in it. I don't know. You'll see. It's like they know you're not there for because you are attracted to them. They know why you're there. Act like you know why you're there too. Okay. You have to know why you're there. They have to know that you know why you're there. Otherwise, they'll play that dumb game where they know you're too embarrassed or too self-conscious to ask for anything, and so they'll use that week or two up and be seen out in public with you, get your money. I mean, not get your money, get seen with you out in public, and you know, get all them texts on the phone and stuff like that, and make them feel good about themselves. And then when you start asking for money, they start disappearing and moving on to the next woman. They're gonna do that too. So make sure they already know what it is. Don't go in there stupid. Go in there knowing exactly why you're there and letting them know why you're there. How do I feel about meeting men in a cigar lounge? Um, that's like kind of honestly, back in the old days, like when I was younger, it was still kind of like desperate to me. Like it was desperate to go meet men in a cigar lounge. They know why women are there. Women don't wake up one day and say, I just want to meet a good cigar. I can't, if you're in a cigar lounge, you were in there to meet men. They already know that. So I didn't wake up hankering for a cigar. Um, I didn't get dressed up and put on nice clothes to go sit in there and stink like smoke. So obviously I'm there because I want to meet the dudes, right? And if you're already there because you want to meet dudes, either you're a gold digger, desperate to meet men, or and they know why you're there. So for me, unless you're in your early 20s, like 21, 22, and you're just out to have fun and get some money, I think that's fine. But when you start getting a little bit older, it looks bad. So you said you like cigars. Yeah, it's like if you're young, it's just to me, it's it just looks bad. A bar is better than a cigar bar. You know what I'm saying? If you're young, then go have your fun, experience life. I don't think it's bad if you're young, but if you're past the age of 25, 26, you like up in almost 30, get out them cigar lounges. That's just my opinion. Okay. Get out the cigar lounges if you're almost hitting 30. Okay. Hotel bars. Unless there's a party there or like some type of networking event that you've been invited to, just walking into a hotel to sit at the bar is very sus. So no, definitely not. I mean, just think about it. Why would you do that? What do y'all think is the best color for wedding dresses? You get the opposite effect. You attract the younger men instead of the older men. Okay. What's your favorite technique to bring things into your life like money, love, etc.? Um, just know that you deserve it and know that It's gonna be there eventually, and it's already there. You just gotta either make sure you know how to receive it, or you allow pathways in order for you to be able to receive it the way that you want to, or easier, you know. You said, why do the ugly men treat you the worst? Because you allow them to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know what? When the ugly men start treating you bad, the only thing you gotta do that. Chill a mirror and be like, really? Did you forget? All right, because I just want you to remember for 2 seconds, okay? You can keep it. I got another one. Just when you start acting up, pull this out your pocket and remind yourself of the rich man. He has multiple options. He's very insecure how to manipulate him. Well, when you have multiple options as well, baby, you don't manipulate someone that has multiple options. You just allow them to see that you are the only option, because if you're one of the options, you're the only option. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there. That's just what I'm saying. Like, if you know that that person has other options and they're still entertaining you, or they're still, talking to you, it's because you are the option. Everybody else is just there wasting time. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like that. If they're telling you they have other options, if you know they have other options, but they still entertaining you, even when they don't have to, because they can just go get a different option than you are, it's because you are the only option. Those other people are just there to fill in the blanks and the time that you are unable to be there. That's it. Nobody is worried about other options. If you're still being entertained, it means that's the only option. How to become impenetrable to insult and manipulation. Learn to read between the lines. Learn to understand that most of those insults and manipulations are to get what they want from you, because they really want you. Take it as a compliment. Ooh. Say, ooh, you're going to strategize to manipulate me? I'm just must be special. Make all these plans to manipulate me. Sorry, my cat's over there playing. Y'all, dang, now you're making my head even bigger. Make it bigger. No. These cats over here trying to fight. It's kind of entertaining, so I don't know which to look at. Okay. All right. You attract. Okay. No one can manipulate you if you got self-control. Okay. Yeah, if you know someone is manipulating you, sometimes you just see where it's going and see how far they're going to go, and see how much you're worth manipulating, and see how much effort they put into it. Because a lot of times people don't really fall for the okie doke if they're smart, and they just want to see what you're going to do. Say, okay, let's see what they're going to do. See how special I really am. You might not have to manipulate them at all. They just want to see you go through the motions. You know. What about if he's in his 30s with young kids? I'm wasting my time. Girl, I don't know. It sounds like his money tied up, so I couldn't tell you. You know? How did I become so mentally strong? I just didn't care. I don't really care about what people think about me. I care about, like how they feel about the situation, how they feel about themselves. But their opinion of me is none of my business. You know what I'm saying? So my opinion of me is all I need. That's how you have to look at it. Like, their opinion of me, it doesn't matter. If I feel this way, this is the way I feel. And nothing is going to change that. So, I mean, they can try, but nothing will change the way I feel about myself, because it's how I feel about myself. It, I don't know how to explain it. It's just that if someone is able to change the way you feel about yourself, then they're not the right person for you. Okay. They make you doubt yourself, then they're not really good for you. If they make you feel like you're less than, they're not good for you. Um, so if they boost your self-esteem, if by just being in their presence or just talking to them makes you feel good about yourself, then that's probably a good person that is good to be around or good to have in your corner or just good to know. You're not going to deal with people who put you down unless you put yourself down, and that's the type of treatment that you're used to. Okay, so it's easy to accept people putting you down if you put yourself down. How to be how to become nice nasty? I mean, you just do it. Like, being nice, being too nice all the time, it can mislead a lot of people. If you're too nice to people sometimes, it may be misleading. They may not know how you feel about them. Like, I have ran into some people that were very nice, and you couldn't tell if they liked you or not. And I mean, besides the intuitive feeling that you would get in their presence, or the fake smile that you would see, or the tone in their voice, it's like, just be honest. Just be like, look, I don't really like you. I don't agree with what you say. I'm not going to sit here pretend to be nice and like you because of whatever reason. I'm just going to be like, I don't agree with that. Whatever. I said what I said, and be on your way. You don't have to always be nice to where you're so fake that no one even knows what you stand for, or what you believe, or your opinion on something. If nobody knows your opinion on something, what are you? Who are you? You don't stand for anything. You just shake your head like a bobblehead and talk about people or whatever behind their back because you didn't have the courage to say it in their face. Like, for me, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I feel, how I feel, with no apologies. And I'm gonna sit there and wait for your reaction so I can laugh at it, or we could come to some sort of agreement. But at the same time, if you're one of those people that are too nice, then it's only gonna hurt you because you're holding all that and then inside, and you're unable to express who you really are. And so you walk around feeling like you have no identity, no opinion, um, and you're just a politically correct bobblehead. And that will be the worst life to ever live. So I'm gonna say it how I feel. If you don't like it, oh well, I don't care. Don't be too nice, or otherwise you're gonna be a quote unquote politically correct bobblehead, and that's no way to live. Do you know if you steal an extra piece of chicken in jail, you get an extra year? Okay, no, I did not know that, but it's a good thing that I don't eat chicken, or it's a good thing that I ain't locked up trying to steal. Okay, but I will tell you, being vegan and being vegetarian, and of course not eating meat and all that kind of stuff, um, for a long time, I don't even know how many years I've been plant based, I guess, but I'm most likely 100% going to stay this way for the rest of my life. Okay. Uh-huh. You said you've been vegan for 17 years? Wow. Aren't aren't you the committed one? I don't even think I knew what vegan was 17 years ago, but that's that's pretty good. All right. You said I literally got prettier and prettier. Girl, this hair and makeup. Y'all know I look like. Okay. But thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. You said you're Star Ruby, you're vegetarian too? Good. 7 years. Wow. Well, I don't care if people eat meat or not. It's just I gave it up, so I wouldn't care though. Like people eat what they want. Your diet is meat limited. Okay. Well, you said that you liked how I leveled up my vibe as well. Yeah. Well, the best thing I can say is, who you interact with, who you talk to, who who you listen to, who teaches you, who takes the time and energy and effort also contributes to your vibe. So if you're talking or hanging around or talking with people that don't do that for you, then it's not going to you know be beneficial to you. Um, and sometimes you'll be able to tell who increases your vibe just by talking to them versus who decreases your vibe just by talking to them. And sadly, sometimes those people that increase your vibe are not going to be the people that are closest to you, or sometimes they will be, or sometimes there'll be a mixture of people that aren't super close to you, people that are closer to you. It could be someone who you've known for years, or it could be someone you just met. It just depends on how they make you feel about yourself and how you feel about yourself when you are interacting with them. So, very interesting. And it's a way to tell if you're going to be good with a person or not, if you're going to get along with that person or not, if you there just for the money or not. Just start paying close attention to how you feel around certain people. And that's going to indicate the type of relationship that you need to have with that person. And we shouldn't make it more or less than what it is based on how you feel. So if you're a lady and you say, okay, well, this dude is only for money because I don't feel any, certain things with him. So this dude is only for money. Oh, this dude is, for talking and this, da, 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 da. This person is for this person is for that. If you can't find all of it in one, or they don't want to be found, you know what I'm saying? Because just like women hide who they really are because they don't feel like all men deserve the total package, they will, shield and hide some of their parts that most men would really want in a potential wife or girlfriend. You're not going to get the entire package if you're not presenting the entire package. So that's what a lot of people get confused about. Like, okay, well, this person's very shallow. They don't have much depth to them. They're kind of blah. So maybe I could just take her out to be seen, and you know um, buy her a purse and send her on her way. Or if this person is like very interesting, it's like, oh, okay, well, this could make him go further, but I got to see what she's looking for too. So a lot of times people aren't presenting themselves on the same level as they should be based on how they feel about exposing themselves to certain people. Like a lot of people don't know how so many women are very smart because women are told to dumb themselves down. So most men could be dating a genius and wouldn't even know it. Hmm. You're thinking of cutting your dad off. You can't deal with his negativity and want to move away from your hopeful. I don't know how old you are, but you should be having your own stuff by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually you gotta leave anyway. Why do creepy men think they can send pics or go into your DMs and be creeps? Um, I don't know, maybe they get off on your reaction. If they're sending D pics, be like, hold on, let me get my magnifying glass. I don't know, child. I don't know. Hold on, I gotta get my bifocals. Hold on, let me get my magnifying glass. Is this it? Just say something stupid. Is this it? What's wrong with it? I don't know. All right. What's the difference between gold digger and wanting a man with money? Um, I think gold digger is when a woman is specifically out just for the money and only the money. And wanting a man with money is wanting everything, including the money. You know what I'm saying? So they have more standards. So, like, okay, if you're just a gold digger, you'll just, date someone just only for their money, not for anything else. You'll put up with the crap that you don't like. You'll put up with the person's habits or looks that you don't like or not attracted to just for the money, right? That's gold digger. But when you want someone who has money, then you're like, okay, well, they got to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G as well, you know. So the money is the added bonus, but gold digger just wants the money and they don't care about whatever else is involved, and they can quickly get in and get out and move on to the next or have several sugar daddies. So it just depends. Having a man with money is having a man with options. Do your part. Well, having a woman who's pretty is also having a woman with options to get other men with money. So do your part. It goes both ways. So everybody got options. Well, most people anyway. So if you want her, then five other rich men want her too at the same time, and will probably date her at the same time as she's dating other people and is married. So she could be making five times the money, and you'll be losing five times the money. There's a difference. So let's say you're rich, so you have options. Okay, how much money are you spending on these options, and how much is she making on her options? That's the difference. It does go both ways, but one is getting paid more. Y'all better figure that out. The point is to make her not want any other options. The point is to make him not see any other options. If they're always constantly comparing you to other girls, you are the only option. You know what I'm saying? If they meet a girl out and you're the prototype, you are the only option. Okay? If they don't make the checklist that you have created in their mind, you are the only option. They're trying to find a replacement because they're that afraid of losing you. That's why I'm saying know your value, know your worth as a woman. You see how to make them not see any other options? Do, 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 do. Even Stevie Wonder saw other options, baby. The only thing you can do to not make them see other options is to make the list so long of what they have to find in order to even get close to someone like you. That's the best way. Because the faster they can dismiss them, the less options they will see. Like, nope, nope, nope. That's not. She's not gonna cut it. She's not like anything like this person. Boring, blah, typical, carbon copy. You know, no personality, bobblehead. So they're not going to see anything unless it is so almost you. The options simply become void. That's it. There is no options. They'll see women, but they won't see options. That's the difference. Like, you are not an option. You are a bobblehead. You are a person that is, taking up the space in front of me, but you are not an option. That's how you get them to not see options. You are the prototype. You ever saw like one of those relationships where the man dated a woman and she became the prototype, and so every other person that man dates after could never live up to that status of that woman, and so they never tried to replace that woman. They just did what they could. It's kind of like that. They will never be able to do that unless they have her. Otherwise, they just got some stragglers. That's it. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. You said it, they never will. Exactly. Like, they'll never replace the prototype. They'll just get stragglers that will fill the void, but never get exactly what they want, unless they fix what's stopping them from having the prototype. You will never be someone's option the minute men make me feel that I leave. See, a man can't make you feel like you're an option. If you don't feel like, it's kind of strange. I don't know. It's just my way of thinking. Like, I know I like your self-confidence has to be so high that you are the only option and everything else pales in comparison to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. A man can't make you feel like you're an option. You feel like you're the only option or whatever he's compared to you to fill a void or whatever. You have to feel that way. That's you. Like, I would like, let's just say, for example, if someone tried to make me feel like an option, I would be like, well, you trying to find someone just like me and can't do it. Those aren't options. Those are attempts. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, aspect, sprinkle, sprinkle, appreciate you, girl. Or are you a man or what? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I just see a cat over there. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I'm all that plus, and everything after me is just a sad attempt to replace me, which will never be done. That is my way of thinking. It may be strange, it may be weird, but that's just what it is. And that's how I remain unbothered and keep it moving. Okay. When someone doesn't treat me the way I demand to be treated, it instant turns you off. Like you said, in your mind, you're all that. Exactly. What can you do with a guy? You asked if he was single several different ways in the beginning of dating, and he said yes. Then months later, you find out he's married. Well, then we both got the same secret. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, obviously, he don't care. You're too weird to be replaced. Didn't see it that way before. Exactly. You can never be replaced. If men who are married are breaking their necks and vows to to experience you and still want to experience you, then you are the prototype. As far as but some people they just got married for certain reasons, convenience, not being on that child support, whatever, money. If they risking all of that and keep risking it and doing what they do, then who I don't know what to tell you. You're trying to say that some men will stop calling like they used to. I take that. I see me as an option. Honestly, I don't feel like if they don't call and stuff like they used to, it's maybe because they don't know what to say. You know, I feel like in or some people fear saying the wrong things, and so they rather have you sweat and try to play hard to get or something like that than saying the wrong thing. Because a lot of times people talk a lot, they talk too much, they're afraid they're gonna say the wrong thing. So they kind of like, okay, let me see, you know. To me, like I said, there's no options. How do you turn around the situation when you gave it too quick? Um, I feel like honestly, if you gave it, you wanted to experience that. And if you didn't have a backup plan or another way to get your money or anything like that, then yeah, you should have held out. But if you already got everything in place and just almost just like you already have everything in place, holding out would not have gotten you your rent paid because your rent already paid by somebody else. What I'm saying, if your lifestyle depended on that, if your rent money or mortgage depended on that, then yes, hold out. But if you feel like, okay, well, I I'm grown, I want to do what I want to do, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it does, great. But I'm having this experience. Either way, I'm good and everything is taken care of. Now, when I say don't give it up too quick, don't do it, it's that's if you need that person to be there for financial reasons, or you want them to take you, you know, as well. I got to work for this, and I got to wait for this, and I got to put in effort and energy and money and stuff like that. But like I said, that's if you need their money, if you need that car note, if you need all of that. Yes, hold out. If you needed that and you gave it up too quick, that's a problem. Um, but I don't like the best thing I could tell you is if those were the chances you took by giving it up too quick. You know what I'm saying? How can we stay in our feminine energy when married? You're confused. Like, how can you balance being your weirdo, silly self and also be soft? Um, Whoever married you, they should have known all of that about you anyway. And if you're married, they don't care. I mean, you got the ring, they're paying bills. You can be who you want to be. I mean, what are they gonna do? Divorce you for being silly and weird? That's why they married you, because that's what they liked about you, obviously. So allow that allow yourself to be fine with it. Don't beat yourself up. If you want to be feminine and soft one day, be feminine and soft. If you want to be weird and strange one day, be weird and strange. Mix it up, change outfits. Be weird and strange in the morning and feminine and soft at night. Or vice versa. Do whatever. Mix it up. I don't know. Why buy the pig when you can get the sausage for free? Y'all are silly. Y'all. What's the best way to ask your wife for a divorce and tell her I'm marrying her daughter? Preferably with a police officer nearby so you don't get killed. Uh, and maybe you should be wearing a bulletproof vest and not be in the kitchen where there are sharp objects. Okay. I know that was a troll, but we'll let him slide. Without marriage, it's no guarantee he'll even do what he says. Even with marriage, there ain't no guarantee he gonna do what he say. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all think marriage turns a switch on in a man to automatically do what they're supposed to do? No. You wouldn't have a baby without being married. A lot of women won't. If a rich guy is recently divorced 1 year, is it possible to make him commit? He says he is not ready for relationship, but talks sexual. Then tell him you ain't ready for sexual. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's it. I'm not ready for sexual if you ain't ready to commit. You want to commit this sexual act, then we gotta come to terms. What kind of lingerie are considered being a feminine energy? A lot of the ones I see look dominatrix outfits. I guess it just depends on the evening, the event, what you're wearing. If you're like casual, like what are you wearing? Like I think different lingerie depends on the outfit too. And what you're trying to do outside of your clothes, like in the lingerie. What is your motive? Go back and look at the old school lingerie, which was a lot more feminine, and then maybe find something similar. hmm Sure. What's your take on a man who competes with his woman? I feel like if you're competing with me, I'm gonna let you win so that I can say you're the winner and that I don't have to do anything anymore or compete with you anymore. And you win, and so you pay all the bills. That's your prize. You win, and guess what you win? This stack of bills. Congratulations. There you go. You win. That's the prize, baby. Here got all these bills. You pay them. Okay. Shira, you really just saved your relationship just now. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How did I do that? I'm curious now. He calls every day and I'm not showing any interest because he doesn't spend any money. How to make him spend? He is rich. Um, if he's not spending, maybe he doesn't feel like you're worth the money. That's all I can tell you. If you're worth the money, he will spend. If not, someone else will. Remember that. How to fix wounded feminine energy with money. Get some money from some men. That helps. All right. You said if you build it, they will spend. Why are y'all laughing? I'm not being, that's not a joke. Wounded feminine energy is fixed with money, jewelry, things that are of value. hmm Most narcissists are truly lonely people, men and women also. Conceited is personality flaw. It's not a personality flaw unless it's from a perspective of someone who does not have the same personality type. So, for example, if you view someone as conceited or a narcissist, it's because you don't have the same level of confidence as that person does. And so, therefore, your perspective and your opinion of that person is coming from a less confident or less conceited person, which doesn't make you good or bad. It just doesn't make you on the same level. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would never say someone was narcissistic, or conceited, because I get it. I see why they see that themselves that way. And it's mostly because they have to be. There's no other option. Hmm. There's no other option. If you've ever sat down and spoke with someone who feels the same way, you'll see there's no other option. You say you are a narcissist and alone? Well, hopefully you'll find another like-minded person that understands how you think. All right. What if he spends the money but don't give me? Like, I can't help you, lady. Go get the money. Get it from somewhere else. Like, you can't stay, like, honestly, if one is not giving monies, another one will. Go get it from them. And when they start seeing you get nice things, they're gonna be like, well, what do you want for your birthday? Or when your birthday comes around, just ask for something really big or expensive. You're gonna have to spend it one way or another. If you sleeping with them, stop sleeping with them. Those are actual personality disorders and insecurities. Someone pointing that out don't mean they aren't confident. Well, everyone has a personality flaw. There's no quote unquote perfect personality. Either you're insecure, you got this, you got that. I would rather be narcissist and conceited than have some other options like being a bobblehead, pygmisha. You know what I'm saying? So give me those flaws. I'll take them because they very much help me get this money. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's flawed. Pick the best flaw, which is that. Okay. Pick the best flaw if you got to be flawed. You constantly show up and post yourself with nice things and they get the picture. Okay. What do you do to become worth spending money? What to do? Okay. Spend money on yourself. Have other people spend money on you and expect money to be spent on you. Don't waste time with that person. If they're not spending, you busy. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They call you and ask you what you're doing. Say, oh, I'm looking at some such and such nice things. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to, get these new tires. Every time they call you and ask you a question, you trying to figure out how you finna buy something. And if they hang up, they don't want to buy it for you. If they want to spend time with you, they're gonna be spending. Don't spend time with people that you don't want to spend time with if they're not spending. Let them know every time they call you, you're busy. You gotta go shopping. You gotta do this. If they want to meet you somewhere, meet them at the mall, meet them at the shopping center, meet them at whatever store, meet them at a restaurant right next to the store. Make sure that there's a long wait so that you have to go to the store before, you can get seated, but make sure that they know it's spending time when they spend time with you. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can't be nice in that. You can't be nice. You got to tell them exactly what you are about. And if they don't want to spend money on you, then that's not why they're there with you. Okay. You either you figure it out and you stop wasting time, or you're gonna get the money. They're gonna figure it out and say, okay, she's only with me because I got money, so I might as well spend it on her if this is the only way we can spend time together. If not, then I feel like if you're a man, like I don't feel like I should have to spend money and pay to be with this woman. Um, that means they don't like you enough to spend that money on you. Hmm. but someone else will. That's all I'm saying. Someone else likes you enough to spend money on you. Many people like you enough to spend money on you. You just gotta make sure y'all on the same page. Okay. You said I'm not a narcissist. You just know that's different. Okay. Well, I just know everybody has a personality flaw, and the better ones to have are the ones that keep you going. Should you be in the rich neighborhoods from 8 to 5? You don't want to stay all day walking there. How long should I stay and when to leave? Girl. Um. Well, during the middle of the day, you're not going to get too much action because either people are at work or they're in their house or doing some type of activity. So early in the morning, maybe like when people go jogging or walk their animals, or closer to happy hour when people are getting back home from work. Okay. And if you're going for older people, hit the grocery stores and the little local cafes and stuff like that during the day. All right. What to do about unattractive women trying to block or get in your way? I don't have that problem. But I feel like if you have that problem, then stop hanging around them. You know what I'm saying? Don't hang around them. Go out and be by yourself. That way there's no one in your way. Being a hypocrite is projecting your flaws onto others. I don't like that keeps you going. I don't think that keeps you going, but I disagree with you on this. Okay. Well, what I'm saying is if you're going to have a flaw that works in your benefit. If that makes sense. If you're going to have a personality flaw or personality trait disorder or flaw, make sure it gets you money in your pocket and make sure it benefits you in every way. That's all I'm saying. Just don't choose one that doesn't benefit you or don't feed one that doesn't benefit you. That's all I'm saying. You could disagree. Most people will, but at the same time, is it helping you? If the answer is yes, keep going. Everybody has a personality flaw. If yours can't pay you, then I don't know what type of flaw you would want. If the flaw doesn't pay you, then it's not worth having. Okay? You said a dumb flaw. Narcissist may be a bad term, but all narcissists you've met are highly respected. Exactly, because they know what they want. They don't care what other people think. It's about them, and they're gonna get their money. They're gonna get their way. They're gonna get paid. So you might as well embrace that. Just because here's how I feel about it. If your personality flaw is different, that doesn't mean you have to stick with that. You can change it at any time. Anytime we can change our flaws, just like we can change our habits. Changing habits doesn't mean improving. It just means having a different habit. Just like having a different personality flaw doesn't make you good or bad. It's just a flaw. Everybody has flaws. At least choose one that will benefit you and can get you money. Okay. There's not going to be a right or wrong answer. There's just an answer. Yes, I'm flawed, but at least my flaws get me my money, get me my confidence, get me paid, teach other women how to get money and confidence and paid. My flaws are transmuted into getting this money. Okay. Do the same with yours. Okay. Turn your flaws into cash. Turn your flaws into the thing that makes you what you are. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to walk around hating my flaws and trying to change them when I can get paid by them. That makes no sense. The flaws are there because you're perfectly imperfect. That's why I'm not the type of person that wants to go try to run and fix everything. That's pick me shit. That's bobblehead. You know what I'm saying? I see the flaws and I make them work. Work with what you have. Work with what makes you special. Use what you already have. Flip the script. Trying to fix everything, erase this, fix this, be perfect, get this done, have this procedure, don't say this. You know what? then who are you? Now, who are you? You have no personality. You try to fix everything that's special and different about you that could benefit you. Like, what's the point? You're just going to be uh, someone that they're going to compare to someone else who knows who they are. That's it. So you got to make sure you're not doing that and deleting yourself by thinking something is always wrong with you. Just like if you were to watch TV and all these stupid commercials come on about these medications, you know, and all these side effects. Or do you feel this way about yourself? Do you feel that? Yeah, you're gonna start checking out stuff and then think you need that pill. If you're always on Instagram looking through stuff and it's like, oh well, I don't look like this. I need to look like this. You're always going to find something wrong with yourself. But at the same time, if you fix all of your flaws, you're gonna just be a bobblehead clone. I'm gonna look at my flaws and say, how can I get paid? How can I get what I want? How can I do what I want with these flaws and not have to do anything? I'm going to find a way to get my money. Period. I'm going to find a way to get my way. Period. Without changing. I don't change. I change things around me. I manifest. I create the world that I want. It does not create me. So that's how you have to look at it. If you're not the cause, then you are the effect. I'm the cause. I don't change. I create what I want. And if having a personality flaw, if not wanting to be the textbook version of sane, or having a polite personality, or looking a certain way, then good. Because I didn't create that. So I don't have to live by it. Those aren't my rules. They're not my morals. And I do what I do. Always. And that's how you got to live your life. Otherwise, you're following someone else's plan, not your own. And even if you don't check off your checklist or your plan in order, at least you're still gonna do exactly what you want, whether it's in divine timing or however you choose to have it, or at least is there waiting to be discovered and realized. But either way, if you don't live for you, and if you live by everybody else's, you jumping from here to here, trying to keep up with them, do this, do that, look this way, think this way, act this way, fix this flaw, you're never going to have time to live. You're never going to have time to do what you want. You're never going to have time to have the life that you actually enjoy because you're too busy trying to fix something that ain't broke when you could be getting paid. Okay. So, yeah. I have never had any complaints. I have never had anybody told me I should change who I am. They like it. And if they don't, they somewhere kicking rocks because I didn't care. Sure, if you want money from a man, should you pretend poor and tell him some situation? Yeah, every time you talk to him, you got an issue, and he needs to be the the knight in shining armor to rescue you out of that situation. Oh, I would love to meet you today, but I need new tires on my car, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay for them. If they don't offer to pay for them tires, even if you don't have a tire issue, if they don't offer to give you some money, then they don't want to be with you for the reason that you want to be with them. Okay. If they say good luck, call me when you get your tires, they're never gonna give you no money. If they really like you and they want to impress you and they want to try to, rescue you and take care of you and provide for you, they will offer you some money. Okay. If they're not doing that, they're never going to offer you money. They're going to be like, good luck. Call me when you get everything situated. That means you're not worth me being concerned about financially. Hope get your tires fixed. I don't care if you have to go do some other dude to get these tires fixed. Call me when you get them fixed because that is not our relationship. So make sure you're listening and you're paying attention when they either accept or deny your, to help you financially. Then you're not wasting time anymore, and you know exactly how they feel. Hmm. You said you think I'm perfect. I just think on clinical narcissism that most people call narcissism spelling you had some wine. I don't know. I was like, what is that? Your problem is you ask for money too soon. Women don't like it when a man asks for money on the first and second date. No, they don't. They don't like when you ask for money at all, honestly. Okay? Just write that down, okay? And remember, don't ask for any money at all. In fact, you're supposed to be giving money. I know you just acting silly. Okay. You said, should you act poor or rich? You should act like you expect them to give you money, but not entitled to it. But like it's something that you know they're going to do. Insinuate that you already think they're going to do it. Why would a man ever need to ask a woman for money? Because they dusty, sprinkle, sprinkle. How are act like you assume it's powerful? Exactly. What are some rare skills women should learn? Um, to be unbothered, very high confidence, and to know what they want. Those are rare. Most people don't realize that. That's very rare. Hmm. Pull inward and regulate your mind. Don't let others make you upset. Just because a man need a little help doesn't make him dusty. Yes, it do. You might as well go get you a little cup and go stand out on the side of the road and ask everybody that passed by for some money. At least you won't have to ask your date. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. If you're gonna ask a woman for some money, you ask everybody that roll by a car tire. I mean, your name fit with it. How do people manage being happy with themselves alone, not desperate for a man, but how do y'all become comfortable? Um, I don't think people are really alone. I think they feel lonely because, like, a lot of times people feel lonely but can be sitting right next to a person. It's just how well you get along with that person, or how much you have in common, or how often you are able to exchange like decent conversation or with this person. So it's just very much up to you how you spend your time alone or lonely. I don't think people can ever be lonely if they have people they have things in common with. But being alone, like physically, that's up to you because you can always just go out and meet someone. Hmm. You have been trolling? Men shouldn't be expected to give. Men shouldn't be expecting you to give them money. I know, right? Car tire, you can get money on the side of the street. Just get your little change cup and your sign ready. All right. But anyway, if you have a dusty mindset, then at least find a dusty way to make money. Like I said, if that's your flaw, dusties can still make money. They just need to figure out how. Like if you can ask a grown woman who you trying to date for some money, you can go get on the side of the road and ask everybody that's stopping at the red light for some money. The same exact way. Okay. Use your dust to increase your money too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Seriously, like if you're gonna be that dusty, you might as well go all the way. Okay. I might sit up here and talk about dusties all day, but I seen some dusties on the side of the road collect their little cash and go get in their brand new car and go pay their car note. I seen it. So why not you? I I'd rather you do that than ask some woman for money. You could even be funny with it, like get you a sign that says I'm a dusty. Can you help me? Anyway, or make you a sign that say my girlfriend won't give me no more money. Help. Can red flags turn green? Think not sure. If you colorblind, it don't matter anyway. It's a flag. Is it waving in the wind? Is it half up or half down? Something bad happened? What? If the flag is half down, then I got issues. Red flags, people, red flags are the warnings, right? That means, can you deal with this problem? If you don't want to deal with this problem, then you can leave or you can go. But if you can handle this problem, if some people's red flags aren't even issues to other people, you know what I'm saying? So if it's a red flag that you can handle, just like women come with red flags, I come with 18 red flags, I promise you. But somebody's trying to handle it. It depends on what you can handle. If you can't handle any flags, keep it moving. You said dumb flags. That's a red flag. What is it? Okay, that flag is for that. I handle that in my sleep. I've counted my flags. Where do you find men that just want a woman to be a great housewife, a good conversation holder, and eye candy? Um, I don't know. They'll find you. They might slide into them DMs. You don't never know. Just keep a lookout. All right. Look at my baby. She just wants some attention. She trying to read some of these comments. Oh. What? Shira can handle a true psychopath? Mark? Why not? I don't know the other cat name. How to bring up money talk with sugar daddy? If you can't call him a sugar daddy unless he done already gave you some money. You know what I'm saying? I would just tell him what I need. Fake cry, do whatever you need to do. Tell him you hate talking about money. You really like spending time with him, and it's just very awkward. If you can get on that direct deposit, it would be nice. How to stop longing for a man you can tell your problems to. Tell them to somebody else. How should I look, talk, act around from the day one with a man that he will understand that he has to spend money if he wants to continue? Talk as if you know he's going to spend the money. Like, oh, I can't wait for us to go here and I can't wait for us to go there. And, just start using us and we, telling them what your favorite places are and start planning your future together. It's like, can't wait to see what you're going to get me for my birthday in 2 weeks. I don't know, Chad. It depends on how long you know them too. Like, you could even use jokes like, "So when are you taking me on a shopping spree? I'll let you pick out. I'll let you pick out something and I'll try it on for you." Okay. You say you can't believe y'all still listening to this clown? What clown? That's men rarely have what? You need girlfriends that are, or better yet, a therapist. Okay. Your daddy says men shouldn't ask or beg for money. Your daddy is correct. All right. Okay. So, I mean, I'll take, like, for example, you feel me? Like, my life is not at all how I planned or thought it would turn out, but I wouldn't change a thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes things need to run their course. I also feel like being patient is very good when it comes to certain circumstances because a lot of times we need to learn things along the way in order for us to truly appreciate whatever it is. Like it's kind of like when those people win the lottery and they spend all their money too fast because they don't really know how to handle it or what is necessary in order to keep and grow that. So a lot of times people spend it all because they got it too quick. They weren't patient. They didn't invest properly and things like that. So I think when you plan something, it may not always go according, but eventually it will pan out. How to get revenge on your child's father for cheating? What do you think? What do y'all think I'm gonna say on that? Your ex has a ex girlfriend named on his house? Wow. You said by not caring? Let me see how y'all are thinking. How do you take pictures for social media if I have no one to take the pictures? Take them on your. That's a dumb question. I'm not even going there. They have these inventions called selfie sticks, timers on the cameras and phones, and tripods, and all this kind of stuff now. They take his money, cheat on him, find a better man. Mhm. Just move on. Okay. Honestly, I think a lot of women already know, like, at least this is what I teach them. Most men are gonna cheat, period. Can you deal with that? How are you going to deal with it? That is just what I'm gonna tell you. Like, I know that I would rather be cheated on by a man with some money who could pay these bills than to be cheated on by some broke dusty. I would rather that, okay? Because either way, people are gonna do what they want to do. You can't stop someone from cheating if they want to cheat. You can't say the law says you can't cheat because the law don't say that. You going somebody gonna mess up sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is understand that. There you go. You said if you're not gonna leave him alone, then don't worry about what he's doing. Exactly. Um, and I know a lot of times this is not what women want to hear, but it's what they need to hear. If you going through phones, if you trying to find out if he cheating, if you worried about him cheating on you, if you going crazy, and let's just say you found out he is or he did, are you going to leave? What are you gonna do? Go cheat on him? Like whatever it is you're gonna do, go do it. But remember, is that the reason why you're with him for fidelity? And if the answer is no, then why is it the deal breaker? That's my question. If you want a man to be faithful to you, go find someone with no options. Go find someone that doesn't fear losing you and trying to replace you with other women all the time. Don't go find someone who's secure within themselves to where they know what they really want. Go find someone who is with you for the reason that you want them to be with you. That's it. Most men and most women aren't with the person that they're with for the right reasons. They're not. I mean, I'm going to admit it. Most people are only with people due to circumstance, convenience, and, you know, so they don't get either put on child support or so they don't have to pay these bills. If you're with someone for the correct reason, chances are less that somebody's going to get cheated on. I didn't say they were going to be 100%, but I said less. Okay. She, Shira, how do you build an Instagram for an online profile to attract a man of means? Just build it however you, just be who you are. That's all I can tell you. If you're what they want, they're gonna find you. They gonna slide to them DMs. They be sliding into everybody else DM. Just take pictures of how you like to look. Because if you present something fake and they're not receiving that, then you know who are you going to attract? Like my Instagram is kind of weird because I have a bunch of different pictures on it, of all types of looks. So okay, I got every type of look that I've had: wigs, no wigs, makeup, vintage, modern, silly. If you look through my Instagram, you're gonna see about 18 red flags. Okay, if you slide up in them DMs, ain't my problem. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said, what are my measurements? Why you gonna make me an outfit? Mm-hmm. Thank you for your advice. You look very classy and elegant today. Why, thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He takes you to high-end places, shopping sprees, and you want to get money. He is investment banker, and all his friends are sugar daddy. Okay, well that's good. Keep the tags on the clothes and take them back. Then when he asks you what an outfit is, say, "Well, I needed some cash, so I had to do what I had to do." Then he'll be like, "Don't do that. That's silly. Here's some money." Or tell him you want to get into investment bank or investment too, and just take the cash out. I don't know. Like that's a common sense thing. You know what I'm saying? Keep the receipt, keep the tags, take the stuff back, get the cash, sell it. I don't know. You want money, you'll find it. Just tell him you'd rather get money and go shopping by yourself. Just give me the cash. How do you make your man truly value you and pay the bills? Cut him off. Cut him off in the bedroom. Make sure he knows why he's there. There you go. Just make sure that he likes you more than you like him. That's it. If you are truly leveling up, you will stop dealing with low hanging fruit, which are not most men. Improve yourself and start dealing with better quality of men. Okay. Wonderful. How really? Wow, I love it simple. Okay. You said all men do not cheat. Here's a timeline. Okay. You have a man who's 20 years old and a man who's what? Let's just go all the way up to 70 because there's some old people out there still trying to do that thing. So you got a 20-year-old man and a 70-year-old man. You don't think in 50 years this man ain't gonna cheat on somebody he done been with? You think 50 years is gonna pass and he's gonna be faithful to every relationship, woman, wife, or whatever he's been involved with? You think there's 50 years of fidelity in this timeline? Then you know what? Keep thinking it. But well, I don't think that. I think even if it was 10 years in a relationship, from 20 years to 30 years old, if you even if they were in the same relationship, you don't think there's been one time within 10 years. How many days is that? I'm gonna do some math. 3,650. Look, I'm so stupid. I had to do that in the calculator. Days where he has been a totally faithful 100%, even though people were probably throwing themselves at him, or he could have got some and you would have never found out, or whatever, or he got drunk or forgot he was in a relationship. Who cares? You don't think that he's cheated or will cheat or would cheat within all that time? I used to think the same way when I was young. Not all men cheat. Not all men cheat in a short span of a relationship if they don't get the opportunities. But if you take their entire lifetime or an entire long term relationship, at one point, they may or they may not. But I'm gonna bet on they would. Okay, I'm putting my money where I know the odds is in my favor. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you know he truly likes you more? I feel like he does, but what are the signs he does? When he'll do whatever you want, mostly. When you don't really have to worry. When you know you're taken care of, when you good. You know, when you don't have to put in too much effort into getting him to do something. Let me, yeah. So, it's a good, I don't want to ruin people's faith in relationships. I just want them to be aware that nothing is 100%. And depending on how you react or deal with something that you never thought would happen, or you didn't expect to happen, also creates your life, and it affects the rest of your life. So I've seen, crazy people who never thought something would happen to them, and it happened to them. And, they messed up their entire life by being over emotional and acting a fool, when they should have just been logical and said to themselves, well, there was a higher percentage that it would happen than that it wouldn't. So why am I overreacting? I'm going to find out how to benefit from the situation and move on to the next chapter. Okay. So that's all we can do. I mean, we can't plan to, expect the worst, but if something happens, we need to know how to react and deal with it and move on and make it work for us. So I'm not saying don't have faith in your partner or your husband or your wife or whoever, and because you think they're going to cheat. No, if they should happen to, know how to deal with it accordingly. That's it. Without ruining anything, without making something worse than it already was. Mhm. You don't want to have emotions for a partner. What do I do with my nurturing and loving energy instead? Um, I mean, you can put it into yourself, into what you love to do, to your passion. If you have any type of passion, if you have pets, children, um, hobbies, put it into that. You said there's more to life than that relationship. Exactly. There is more to life than relationships, but when it comes to whenever you want to share something with someone or celebrate something, sometimes you say, okay, well, I would like to share and celebrate with a person. It doesn't have to be like a romantic relationship. It just has to be someone that you enjoy spending time with, someone that you understand, who gets you, who you have a lot in common with. And it doesn't have to be anything like that. But what it is that a lot of people want to enjoy all the fruits of their labor, or have witness, or have someone clap for them, or appreciate, that part about them. So a lot of times some people just want that. Uh, did you ever meet someone who made you truly happy? I don't know. I mean, I make myself truly happy, but if I ever meet someone like that, they will know, because it's only for them to know. You know what I'm saying? They will know. You like the money tree in the background? Thank you. I'm growing my money. you you don't understand people who get offended by people seeing other people. This is why building up self-esteem and security is very important. Exactly. You think money just grows on trees? No, it grows in my bank account though. um, Shira, after sex, man thinks they don't have to chase anymore or spend money. How to keep making him to spend and chase after sex? Don't give him no more. If they want it again, they'll have to chase again. I don't know. Shira told me put him on child support. I was so broke. in, and she said, "Put him on child support and move on." Well, I mean, that is your legal right. Mhm. Shira, what you can tell trolls are broke because they're in live chat watching someone they don't like. I don't care. As long as as long as they get me a view, as long as I'm benefiting from them, I don't see the problem. Hmm. I mean, I just gave them some ideas on how to get paid. Get you a little cup, go stand out by the side of the road and get your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mhm. Why would a man with 10 years stable career want you to feel bad for him if he did something that he knows that a woman wouldn't like? I don't know. I wouldn't feel. I don't feel bad for anybody, um, because I feel like everybody has decisions and choices. If you make them decisions and choices, you make them decisions and choices because you knew that you could deal with the effects of them and the choices that you made. I feel people should think before they act, and no one should feel bad about anything because that's what they chose to do. They either accept it or they don't. I mean, they can apologize for how they acted if the other person doesn't feel that it was right. But, I feel like people make their choices. You don't want a what? Okay, well, good for you. I'm not reading all of these. I'm reading some of these. Yes, y'all. So y'all, let me see. Shameless plug time. Let's see if I can find a shameless plug item. Yes, you can get your luxury inspired planner notebooks and things like that. I'm going to link. Also, y'all can get my lipsticks, pendants, my lip gloss with gold and rose oil, or you can get my bougie tinted lip balm. I'm gonna put some on. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link to the lipsticks in right here. That's gonna take you to the lipsticks, and then I'm gonna link you to um, the planner notebook, so you guys can get that as well. I have two sizes, and this is the larger size that I have right here. And there's a smaller one that's probably good for a purse or a tote bag. Let's see, here we go. Yes, the lipsticks definitely ship over to the UK, so you can order. I sent one order the other day to I had some customs paper. I don't even remember. But it had customs paper and I didn't look. But yes, the everything from the Level Up store can be shipped internationally. You got your Level Up pink journal? All right. That's refillable too, so you can take out the little book inside and refill it with something else on the same size. Okay. You say you're gonna get your new girlfriend some? All right. I'm mad. Get her the whole collection. She'll be thankful. I'm also wearing Level Up Cosmetics eyeshadow and lashes too, and liner. So y'all go get all of it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. hmm When are your live dates and times? I don't have specific times that I go live. I just go live when I feel like it. I don't really have a schedule. I just, when I feel like it, I get up and I go live. Um, I will say this, during the summer months, it's more likely going to be in the afternoons and evenings. In the fall and winter, it's mostly going, in spring, it's mostly going to be during the daytime because school and things like that. So that's the only thing I can kind of give you because otherwise I don't really have a schedule. How to get over embarrassing situations you're socially awkward and you get nervous. Don't be embarrassed. Claim it, own it. I don't know. You said, is it possible to maintain a relationship with a sugar daddy if you're not attracted to older men? Um, Find other things to do with that person besides whatever it is that you're not liking to do with them. So maybe just keep it platonic for the most part, with the insinuation that it could lead to more, maybe, but try to keep it platonic if you can, as long as you can. You said it's only embarrassing if you're embarrassed. Exactly. hmm Sure, I with there was a you wish there was a way to stop women from dating Dusty. At the park today, you seen a beautiful woman with a Dusty drives a beat up Toyota and she had Audi. You wanted to yell, he's a Dusty. Oh, well, she'll have to find that out. And I'm sure she already know if she's seen his car or sprinkle sprinkle. Um, you can't level up with okay, he says you have to be honest. You can't level up that well physically because you kind of lack the desire. But mentally, I enrich myself with your videos. Okay, well, that's good. Um, Mentally is good because then it leads to the physical. It's like your mind creates the physical, so you're good. hmm You got the rake lipstick. All right. And you got my cherries cream and cake eyeshadow palette. Good, because you know that one's like sold out. So you got it before it sold out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I am getting more of the lipsticks. So and plus a new few new colors coming soon. You're bored, unhappy, and want more. Who does that sound like? Level up and out of relationships. I feel like if someone can't keep your attention or you're bored with something, then you need to create something new or partake in new activities with another person or that person. But you being bored is simply, a lot of people have minds that need to stay busy or entertained because they feel like there's so much things in life to enjoy and to do and to create and to have that if you can't really keep up with them, then a lot of times they're going to get bored with you. So you always, if you're an active person and you get bored easily, you need to be around someone who also feels like they're willing to explore interesting and new things. hmm You say your car looks better, but he paid to get it fixed. Well, that's good. You said it's hard to be active when you're broke. Well, get out on that corner with that cup and that sign. You won't be broke for long. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Car tire, unless you're trying to get a job. You want to thank me again. The last video when you mentioned that you shouldn't look like your ex, shouldn't look like your ex was a dusty, got me to dress up unapologetically. You got so many compliments. What? Oh, okay. When I said you shouldn't look like your ex was a dusty. Okay, you got so many compliments and you dressed up. Okay, yeah. See, I told you. Sure, you don't like to travel? I do if it's somewhere I really want to go. I'm not just going to travel just to travel. I need to want to go somewhere. I need to be inspired by, somewhere I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Traveling for me is more like, do I really want to go to this place? What is there I can do? I don't want to do the typical boring things that most people travel to certain destinations for. I'm a little bit different. Like I have 18 red flags, remember? So when I travel, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to want to do the typical boring things unless, I'm traveling for my kids, like saying going to Disney World and stuff. But when I'm travel, I like to travel and do different things, not the same old boring stuff, touristy stuff that most people do. I like to go do different things. So um, I'm not going to be traveling or wanting to travel to the typical touristy places. I'm trying to go some weird places and stuff like that and see some different stuff. So if I travel, it has to be with someone who appreciates the weird stuff too, and also because I want to go there and have fun. And I'm not going to go with someone who doesn't enjoy it and wants to rush through certain things. So therefore, I really don't travel a lot because um, I really am trying to wait till I get a little bit older and freer to go do those things. I mean, I do them as much as I can now, but I'm probably going to really be doing a lot more traveling when I get a little bit older. Mhm. You see, most rich old men are committed to their old wife. Is it worth trying to for those old married girl? They committed, but they still gonna cheat. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ask anyone who's dated a man who's married that's old. How do you get a man to move me out of my folks' home? I can't take it anymore. Show up to his house with some suitcases. Sprinkle, sprinkle, and cry. Start dating a dude, make him think that things are going well. Show up to his house with some suitcases and cry. And I told y'all this before. Make sure it's raining outside. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Then tell him you need your own apartment. He could come visit if you want to, or take over his. Either way. It works for a day. How many red flags do you have? I don't know. I stopped counting. That's just them red flags is just decoration now. You said put him on child support and be prepared to be cut off from any other aid. Then do the math. That's silly. If his child support is not worth getting off the other aid, then it's not even worth it to do the paperwork. Hmm. I want to buy your lashes, but they are sold out. All of them are sold out. Look for the vintage lashes. Type in vintage lashes in the search bar on the website, and these are the ones I actually have on. Vintage. Okay. Let me see if I can link them directly to you. Because I know they're sold out. I have some that are, but these aren't. Here we go. And they come in a cute little case too that you can reuse. Okay, so here are the lashes that I have on. Um, can I give an example of turning the situation around? It just depends on how you react to it, how you deal with it, and what you want out of it. You know what I'm saying? So write all that down, get your little planner, and whatever circumstance happens to you, ask yourself, well, what can I gain from this? What can I learn from this? What do I want out of this? How can I make money off of this? How did I improve because of this? Who are the people involved? And should I continue to benefit? And how many ways can I benefit? And are they benefiting? Do they like this issue or this situation? Um, Instead of overreacting emotionally and becoming the cause or the effect of all these bad issues that you could have prevented or even created better issues that will make you money. So, for example, like I always tell a lot of women, like, if your man cheated on you and he wants to keep you, okay, make him buy you a new car, make him buy you a house, make him take you shopping, make him give you however much money you're asking for. I mean, make him pay for whatever it is that he's trying to pay for. I don't know. Um, a lot of times men will come to their woman and say, please, I'll do anything. Okay, well, here go my list. A lot of times, you can, instead of overreacting and going crazy and messing up stuff to where it can't be fixed or dealt with, you can, bargain. A lot of people say marriage is a business anyway, so conduct business. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're in a relationship and you're not married and they're still trying to conduct business with you, then conduct your business. You know, it's how you react to something that makes your life good or bad. It's the choices that you make. I mean, there are so many people who are, in trouble right now because they couldn't control their emotions and how they reacted to certain situations. And there are certain people that are benefiting from how they reacted to certain situations. It could have been the same exact situations, but one is paying for it while the other one is getting paid for it. There's a difference. So whichever one you're able to do, think about it, the effects that you want and the results, and then act accordingly. Mhm, mhm. A lot of people use different inspiration and motivation to take them to the next level. Some people name things after certain things because of experience they had, or some people take their habits and turn them into prosperity. They find a different way. They find a way to make their weird strangeness work for them. It doesn't matter. As long as you can do it, then do it. Don't try to change or worry about if this is right or not. If it makes sense, if it's beneficial to you, if it's not hurting anyone, then go for it. Mhm. I mean, I've seen people My cat's playing with some stuff over there. Well, I've seen people who took their habits, took their attitude, took their way of viewing things, and turned it into money. Just being an alchemist and transmuting that in which people see as negative or flaws and just making it work for you. You say you feel like a geeky prostitute, how to start feeling this way. I just know it's trash. Well, first of all, geeky means smart. Prostitute means you ain't doing it for free. So either way, you smart and you getting paid. There's people out there doing it for free and stupid. So which one you want to feel like? Because I know I'm finna get my money. Don't let words deter you. Okay. How would you feel if you was this the same thing. How would you feel if you was getting cheated on by a dusty versus being cheated on by somebody with money? How would you feel? Which one sounds worse? A lot of women say, "Oh, I don't want to date rich men because they have options and they'll cheat." Well, so are broke men. Broke men will cheat when they get an option, if they get an option, or they'll go try to lie to create an option. It doesn't matter. So, would you rather be crying in a Bentley, a Porsche, a Benz, or at the bus stop? You choose. It's the same thing. Do you think dating apps are a good way to meet wealthy men? I don't know. If they not trying to meet me, then we don't need to meet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My attitude is just messed up. Okay. How to attract old doctors? You should visit like a patient, maybe. You said life can be happy fantasy, but maybe you need to become homeless and live your own life. You can live your own life in somebody else's house. People do it all the time. But I understand if you want your own, go get your own. Make sure your name on it. You said broke men cheat the most. They have a lot of time. Okay. Well, you can meet people anywhere. I mean, don't let me deter you from where you meet people at. I'm from a different era. You can meet people anywhere. So meet them where you're most comfortable and confident. That's all the best thing I can tell you. Wherever you're most confident and comfortable, that's where you should meet them. How do I feel about prenups to a wealthy man? Mm, I would sign it if I have my own money, but only if it was beneficial to me. Because it's not like you can't go out and go get another one with somebody too. You know what I'm saying? Um, y'all know how I do. If a guy banters with you and curses you for how would you go about that? Curses if you? I don't know. Like as long as I mean, I wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't know because like most guys don't do that unless they're a little ratchet and ghetto. If that's just how they speak, that's just how they speak. I don't know. It depends on it. How much are they trying to impress you? Is that how they speak to everyone? Like, you just have to understand. Is that how they speak to everyone? If that's how they speak to everyone, then I'm not taking it personally. One of y'all got a cursed out. What? You said your husband want to move in with your parents? Well, where you gonna live? Sure, what do you think about eating lunch in hospital cafeteria to meet doctors? They know why you there. I mean, honestly, why are you in the hospital? Like, most of the doctors that make the most money, they in and out of surgery and on call. I wouldn't be working no emergency rooms, but perhaps a doctor's office is probably better than a hospital sometimes. Maybe going to eat lunch around the practice. Like where I live, there are like a bunch of doctor's office on the street. Even some places that do like surgery, instead of being in a hospital, they have their own building um and location, and there's so many restaurants around there. Chances are, if you see them cars, you got to do a little research. So drive by the doctor's offices, see who's getting in and out these cars, see if those cars are there on a regular basis. Maybe find the restaurants nearby and see if you see similar cars in the parking lot around lunchtime. But there's not that many places they can go if it's in the same area and they got to get back for their next appointment. So try to eat lunch or whatever around, you know, private practices. You'd be better off. And that way it doesn't look like you're patrolling for a doctor and he's not rushed because he got to go make his rounds or on call. So you just got to get back for the next appointment, which at least gives him an hour or two to eat lunch and talk in a social setting. Okay. And the fact that he doesn't know that you know he's a doctor, you know, might be helpful. You said patrolling for a doctor. Exactly. Like, know what car he driving and be like, looking for something in front of the car. "Ah, I dropped an earring." There's too many ways to get it in this world for nobody to have it. All right. How do you get a man to divorce you if he doesn't want to divorce me? Don't get divorced. There's people like, if he doesn't want to divorce you, then he's not going to divorce you. Get all the benefits, but that doesn't mean you still can't do what you want. It's like people can't trap you like that. You know what I'm saying? Most most men don't want to divorce their wives. Their wives most likely will divorce them when they're ready. But as long as they're benefiting from the situation and they don't see a reason to leave, or they don't have someone who is like just saying, okay, uh, I'll pick up I'll pick up the pieces after you leave. Is this a guarantee? You need to be picking up the pieces now. A lot of people don't switch jobs until they have another one. So sometimes that's how it just is. A lot of men do that. So I don't know. Like, a lot of people don't leave security without having security somewhere else. If he won't divorce you, then go do what you're gonna do anyway. Mhm. You said doctors have personalities that will have you smashing a lamp on their head while they sleep. You tried to warn y'all. So he got 19 flags, red flags, huh? That doctor got 19 red flags. My goodness. You said a stranger harassed you in a grocery store. You ignored him, but it's playing on your mind all day how to not let rude strangers get to you. Girl, the people got to take his meds. Just chalk it up at that. There you go. Stranger was off his meds. It ain't your fault. Mm-hmm. You married a broke dusty. All he does is sleep and eat. Stop bring. Then I don't know what to tell you. Stop bringing food in and go do what you gonna do anyway. You know what I'm saying? While he's sleeping and eating, go have fun. Go out. Go have fun. Go do what you want. He said, "Act spoiled." Mm-hmm. Where are the dummy men? I need me a stupid man. Well, you ain't gonna find one by calling them stupid. You gotta lie and say they smart. Find the stupidest one and tell him he the smartest one. That's how you get them. Where did you get your blouse? I don't remember. The store. Why do everybody love this blouse? It's like I get the most compliments on this every time I wear it. Like, I was looking for a dress like the same pattern online. I'm like, oh, yeah, eight of these shirts. So I'm getting all these compliments and stuff. I need to have a whole dress made out of it and everything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said if it's okay, you're going to sub and catch the next live. You're in father mode. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll see you later. A man that provides is not dumb. They can afford a woman. Dusty's can't. Exactly. It's not that they're dumb. It's just that they let you get away with stuff. It's that they want to do that for you. It's like you can't automatically say someone is dumb for them wanting to provide for you. Maybe they're just doing what most men won't because they like you. So a dumb person wouldn't be able to spend that type of money. You're right. So they're not really dumb. They're just dumb for you on purpose because they like you. You said you need a real passive, stupid man. You can't get a man talking like that. You're too angry. Just play the game. Be nice. He's going to be paying for you. Yes. You only call him stupid and dumb when y'all are arguing, and he deserves it, not before he's paying the bills. You only call him that when your name on the deed and you got your money already and it's on automatic deposit, not before. Duh. You become the best. You know, a lot of people don't like how I give my message, but There's no other way to give it. I just if you can't say what you really feel, then why say anything? And even if I don't agree with you, if you still have the guts and the mentality to say what you say, I don't have to agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I'm wrong or you're right. It just means that we have a difference of opinion, and that's all that matters. It don't matter. We can laugh at each other. Ha ha ha! You think this? Ha ha ha! I think that. We think what we think. Oh my gosh! Red flag. Oh my gosh! I think what I think. Red flag. You're not supposed to think that way. Oh, there go the next red flag. I'm not supposed to think that way. You're not supposed to say that. Well, put another red flag up then. Put all the red flags up because I'm gonna do what I want. And if you see a red flag, if you either you can handle it or you can't. You say you're submissive and quiet and men treat you the worst, walk all over you. But why would you admit that? Honestly, unless your back needs cracking, you shouldn't be letting nobody walk all over you. Okay. He said he wants you to tease him on Snapchat. How? Girl, I don't know how. The person he was before worked so hard, now it'll just be taken care of. Okay. When plans don't go accordingly, you gave up and got depressed, but you're back on your feet losing weight again. Good for you. And even if you gain weight again and lose weight again and get off track again, at least you understand that you create the plans. And whether they go accordingly or not, it's still up to you. Hmm. The only way is if he's very attracted to you and you don't act up again. Okay. How to gain back his respect while you messed it up. Honestly, you can't gain back respect from anybody. Like if you're working on gaining respect from somebody, that ain't the one. Okay. If they lost respect for you, then they lost respect for you. That's it. The respect has been lost. Do you know how many people lost respect? To me, you can't lose someone's respect that never earned it in the first place. If you're not earning someone's respect and they weren't around long enough to earn respect, then how did they lose it? Because they never had it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a term that people use for a way of saying that they don't like who you really are. And that's okay. A lot of people aren't going to like who you really are. That's why a lot of women have to lie and pretend and fake it because a lot of men can't handle certain types of women. And when they realize that a lot of women are literally not being themselves, and it slowly unfolds when they're already in a committed relationship, when they are, when the woman is pregnant or having their child or is the mother of their child, all that's going to unfold eventually. So when you are in a relationship with a woman and it's so hard for her to be her true self because a lot of men can't handle, don't be surprised when all that unfolds later on in the long run. You can't lose respect for someone that you never knew, you know. So make sure y'all know that. If you know me, then you would already know all them 18 red flags were not there for decoration. Just like all them red flags on with you were not there for decoration. You can't earn respect back. They never knew you in the first place. Hmm. So, for example, if you were this type of person that said what they wanted, didn't care what people think, highly confident, had their own opinion, da 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 da, and you actually were who you were, and someone says, I lost respect for you. You never had respect for me because you never knew me. So you what you did was miss them red flags. That's all. Hmm. Advice on how to avoid arguing with a spouse that you don't even care to argue with, but they seem to push buttons and fall into the trap. So, who would you avoid falling? How would you avoid falling in that trap with a narcissist? Stay busy. Okay. Fake phone calls. Is that you, mother? Oh, really? Yeah, I got time. For real? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Wow. They ain't gonna argue with your mama there on the phone. Sprunk, sprunk. That's how. Y'all know mamas can stay on the phone for 12 hours. How to make him turn into a slice of pizza? What? I don't understand that question. Shira, should you wear a crop top and visit a doctor like a patient? If I was not trying to get one. How can I make him turn into a slice of pizza, girl? I don't know. Throw some dough on him. I don't know. I wish I was joking. They want a crippled girlfriend because she have to autonomy? Have no autonomy? What? Are you attracting men who will spend on you? Um, that's a good topic. Are you attracting men that will spend on you or attracting men that will pay these bills? Are you attracting men? You should be attracting all types. All right. One for this, one for that. You said he used to respect you. You assume who you are. You disrespected him and you minimalized all his investments in me. I apologize. He still provides but gets angry faster, blocks, unblocks me, come late. Um, I don't know. Like to me, as long as you're getting provided for, I don't see the problem. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're a decent person, communicating the way that you need to communicate, then you're fine. I don't. That doesn't seem like your problem. He said, "Do you suggest trapping a man with a child if you haven't found one to marry?" Um, I don't know about trapping a man with a child. And do they have money? I'm not sure about that because you also trapping yourself unless, that's the man you want. But does he want you? That's different. Will he resent you for that? If he resents you for that, then he's probably going to try to find someone else or cheat or do something like that. But at the same time, are you getting what you want? Is the goal accomplished? What is it that you want? You thought men like to see skins to be attracted at the beginning, then they want to see more appropriate clothing. What about having a provider but trying to conceive has been taking a while? 1 year and a half? I say do it like the old people used to do it. They just get drunk and do a little something and end up pregnant. Don't you try too hard. Just go have fun and it'll happen when it happens. Ask anybody who's accidentally gotten pregnant. Oops. How did you do that? I don't know. I was drunk. One thing led to another. I don't know. I'll just say just have fun. Don't make it so clinical. I think. hmm You said I'm looking classy. Well, thank you. So anyway, I'm getting ready to go. I've been on here too long. Thank you all so much for your donations. I know a lot of you guys sent me some money. I appreciate that. Um, Everybody hit the like button. Ooh, I got more likes. Thank you. Everybody who's supporting my shop and my cosmetics line and my stationery, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all get y'all's lipsticks. And planners and things like that. The links are in the description, and also I'll put them in the permanent comments, and they're also in the live comments. And this last one is the notebook journal. And if you just go to the same website and type in lipsticks, all my lipsticks will come up and you can choose the colors you like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said no, don't go. Y'all, I've been on here for 3.5 hours. That's a long time. I know I used to be on here longer, but dang. I gotta go. I got stuff to do. All right. Said stay leveled up. Y'all stay leveled up too, y'all. hmm You said came right on time, single again, engagement went wrong. He hold it back, money all. Well, you're back on the. I guess you're back on the market then. Get your money. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.